Doctor, good morning. Thank you very much for your time. It is, of course, the busiest time for you and the similar institutions of the year because you're preparing for next year. Just an overriding question first. How is it going so far for 2020?
It's going very well. We are way above the levels we were at last year, same time. I think we're running 70,000 ahead of last year. So this year's applications are about 360,000. Students that have already applied. We expect a rush in the last 10 days. We have several campaigns. As I said to you, we're going out to small towns.
Okay, before we talk about that, you said we've got 360,000 applications already that have gone into the system.
That's correct.
And now the 30th of November is not far away, so you're pushing through.
Yes.
You're expecting more.
Yeah.
How many more?
We probably will reach 500,000, and then in the new year, beyond the closing date, we normally see quite a big walk-in from TVET students. Last year we had 160,000. They literally wait till the last minute, or these would be students that applied to university, didn't get in and go on. So we are very pleased with the outreach that we have this year. We are very pleased with the number of things from the lessons that we've learned from 2019. We were able to process quite rapidly. Now, if we can process your application quickly, when you go to university, then they will pick up from our system that you're NSFAS eligible, and that means you don't have to pay a registration fee, and you are funded the minute we get your registration data. And for 2019, it worked very, very well. So we were able to pay from February onwards every month, and the latest statistics show that we've paid 99% of all qualifying students. The few that are not paid are the ones that, missing documents, and we're mopping up. So we're very pleased with 2019, and we hope that we can repeat that in 2020.
Okay. Yeah? Well done, but 99% of the 360 applications?
No, I'm talking about 2019, this year.
2019.
That we are closing off. So 2019 we fund total probably 720,000 students. When I refer to applications, I'm talking to new applications.
Okay, but the ones that are currently in the system, 99% of them have been successfully funded, processed and paid for this year. So there shouldn't be much noise.
And
now let's look
35 billion.
Yeah. How much?
35 billion.
35 billion.
That's paid out, Joe.
Okay. Now, next year, let's talk about that. 30th of November is coming now. What do you want to do between now and the end of the month in terms of getting people to come through? Let's start there first before we talk about what you've been busy doing around the country.
Yeah, so we would like people to apply and not to wait till next year. That's a big thing, because the quicker we get your application, the quicker we can process it. We also want people to go onto our website and begin to understand the requirements. It's fairly easy. We've made it very easy for people to apply. And perhaps I could just run through it quickly. So you must be a South African citizen, you must study at a public institution or intend to study at a public institution. And then all we need from you is it's the ID document of the applicant, the ID document of the father, and a payslip where applicable. If you are a SASSA recipient, you only send your SASSA document in and you fund it automatically. So what's very important, of the 360,000, more than 112,000 are SASSA recipients. And that means that we are reaching the right profile of students. And so we are very pleased with this. The other interesting statistic is that over 100,000 of people that are applying are out-of-school youths that can't find jobs, and now it seems like they're making use of the NSFAS opportunity to acquire new skills. And so there's a number of very interesting statistics now that we are more sure of our numbers that we can flash across the screen, and also wide geographic and demographic differences that we see.
Okay, just to clarify, you only mentioned ID of the father, if I heard you clearly.
Parents.
Parents,
yeah.
Okay. ID,
I'm sorry.
ID of... No, it's fine, just to clarify, because somebody might be saying he mentioned ID of the father, people are listening, what about the mother? So ID of the parents. Okay, so that's the appeal I'm making between now and then. Early applications, don't wait till next year. It will help you because if we can process it, if NSFAS can process it before, it will be good. Everything will be sorted quicker. All right. Now, what have you been busy doing? Because generally, when we have these kind of challenges, we tend to focus on urban South Africa. But you've been going around the country in your outreach program. Just share with our viewers, what have you been doing?
It is actually amazing that if you go into the rural areas properly and to the small towns, how little people know about NSFAS. So students would actually tell us the first time we ever hear about NSFAS. And then when we explain to them, they become, you can see the hope starting to flare up in their eyes. So we have been working with the Department of Basic Education to inculcate NSFAS funding into the life orientation course. But it doesn't seem to have, we must work harder on that, because it's clear that it doesn't reach the students. Now, where we have partnerships, like in KwaZulu-Natal, we have a partnership with the Zwane Foundation, Mazwane as we call her. She has organized the entire Natal KZN region for us, and it shows in the figures. Because of the 360,000, more than 100,000 is from KZN alone. And so you see this massive community engagement starting to give effect to our outreach and taking us to the areas of need. And we've also mentioned at some stage that the Free State figures were low. The Premier called me and said, come here, we will help you, and we can see the improvement. And where we establish these community partnerships, we're starting to see positive results. And that's certainly something that we're going to work on. But it is actually quite frightening how little school children know about the scheme and the benefits for them.
Okay, thank you very much, and good luck for the last couple of weeks of NSFAS applications, and hopefully you have lesser problems this year through the lessons that you've learned and your outreach program. Thank you very much. That's Dr. Randall Carolissen, Administrator for NSFAS.